Hello guys, in this video I am going to tell you about some terrifying facts about airplanes. So please watch the video until end. Let's start our top 5. Number 5. There is no safest seat. Guys, every plane crash is unique and the safest seat is impossible to calculate until the wreck actually occurs. In 2012, a group of researchers used an uncrewed Boeing 747 replete with crash dummies and crashed it in an attempt emergency landing into the Mexican desert. The front of the plane was found to fare the most poorly. The cockpit was mangled, some seats were flung hundreds of feet, and because of the sheer destruction, live passengers would have likely been seriously injured or killed. They found that the middle seat near the rear of the plane had the 28% lowest fatality rate. This is in comparison to a rate of 44% in SL seat in the middle of the plane. Ultimately, one's lifetime chance of being in a plane crash is 1 in 118 in comparison to 1 in 112 in a car. So these statistics may just be calculating at straw. Number 4. The toilet is not the dirtiest place. Toilet is not the dirtiest place on a plane is surely an alarming statistic. A 2015 study by TravelMath found that although flush handles had 265 bacteria per square inch, there were two other gut-wrenching locations with even more pathogens. Seat back trays were the most happily bacteria colonized places on the aircraft, with 2155 CFU per square inch. That's an eye-opening 8 times higher than flush handles. This is likely because of cleaning limitations. Between flight staff have the opportunity to remove rubbish, but not to perform a more thorough sterilization. Disgustingly, a study found that at 7 days bacteria in this location lasted for longer than any other. Overhead vents were also less than hygienic at 285 CFU, while seat belt buckles and headrests also raised red flags. With between 150 and 350 people on board each flight, the potential for germ spreading is almost infinite and horrid. Number 3. Plastic wrapped blanket might not be new. An inquiry by the Wall Street Journal's unit of investigate journalists found that the majority of these polyester fleeces are washed once each 5 to 30 days. On top of this, they are reused between washes for a slew of individual passengers. One lucky passenger will be fortunate enough to receive the blanket on the magical day that it is clean, but each thereafter will be subjected to increasing bouts of nastiness. Federal law requires that these mess liquids are treated with the chemical flame retardant, but this is the single requirement for the industry. Most people regard cellophane wrapped blanket as being clean, but lab testing of sealed blanket has shown yeast, mold, and other bacteria. Laundry employees for one airline have also stated that only 20% of blankets are washed. What's worse, some airlines are charging their passengers for blankets. Take this advice and bring your own blanket. Number 2. Turbulence is getting worse. Air turbulence is already a nuisance, and it will not be coming anytime soon. Scientists now believe that extreme turbulence is due to increase by several 100% in the crowded airspace over North America, Europe and the North Pacific by the mid-century, when the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is predicted to be double its pre-industrial concentration. The current estimated economic cost of turbulence is $200 million each 365 days for United States Airlines alone, and this is expected to skyrocket alongside the growing extent of mid-air turmoil. According to a paper published in the Environmental Science and Technology Journal, planes are 50 times worse than cars per passenger mile in terms of a 5-year warming impact, and so planes are creating their own problem just by their very existence. Number 1. Your oxygen mask will only last between 12 to 20 minutes. That's right, those precious oxygen masks only able for between 12 to 20 minutes of breathing. Fortunately, this is usually a significant enough duration for your pilot to guide the planes to an altitude at which the supplementary oxygen is not necessary. The alleged oxygen does not actually start out as this. but is instead stored as a cocktail of chemical and converted to breathable gas. If you dare to step onto a plane without wearing a hazmat suit ever again, good luck, you are a brave soul. Thank you guys for watching.